Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn design for manufacturing, assembly and disassembly. In the previous lecture, we have studied cognition, then ergonomics, packaging, and in this lecture, we are going to learn design for manufacturing and assembly and disassembly. If your product is suppose a mobile handset, there are different parts in the mobile handset. While designing this mobile handset, it should have less weight, it should have less number of components in it, then packing should be proper so that assembly will be easy. So in a figure 1.7.3, these are the different parts of the mobile in which assembly should become easier. While assembling it and disassembling it, it should be easier. While assembly, all parts should be fixed at their appropriate place. So design of manufacturing and assembly has two different parameters. Design for manufacturing means while manufacturing individual components, how should be our design, and the same should be utilized in a assembly section, and so that assembly section person should know how to assemble it. A product will be better if you design, if you minimize number of manufacturing points. Design for manufacturing means number of individual components you are designing. That is designing for manufacturing. And all these components collectively you are collecting it and placing in the assembly line, and assembler will assemble it within a few seconds or few minutes. Is designed for assembly. For assembly, assembler will expect that there should be minimum number of components and it should have their own grooves and other parts which will fix, which will interconnect these individual components. So assembler will expect less number of components and every component should be interconnected easily and at a faster pace. While designing for manufacturing of these components, according to assembler's view, design for manufacturing should be there, so that manufacturer or design for manufacturing is taking place. That means who is working for the component design should work according to the expectation of the assembler section. That is what the design for manufacturing and assembly is there. At the repairing side, your mobile handset repair maintenance person will disassemble all your component and he will check where the fault is, and again he will assemble that components and generate again your original handset. That so if there are less number of components for disassembly, again he will assemble easily without any fault, and there will be less number of efforts, there will be reduced efforts of the maintenance person. Okay, so let us understand designed for manufacturing, assembly and disassembly. I have given you an example. With that example, you will easily understand that the design specification has two experiences. It must pin down system public interface inside the system. It must also pin down means pinning, actually pin down how the requirement defined for and by the public interface are to met by the interface functions of the system. Design for manufacturing and design for assembly and design for disassembly. These are three different parameters. Okay, so figure estimating manufacturing cost, figure 1.7.1, which shows estimating manufacturing cost. Estimate the manufacturing cost of, then proposed design means design of each and every component, how it will be reduced. So first one, reducing the cost of components will reduce the manufacturing cost. Then secondly, reduce the cost of assembly. Ultimately, if number of components are less and assembly cost will reduce. So we will try to reduce cost of assembly, and thirdly we have to try to reduce the cost of supporting product also. Supporting product means along with handset there should be packing and other supporting product cost should be reduced. Or say mic